Government's plans to begin work on the rehabilitation of Lee Road in Spanish Town, Virgin Gorda sparked some concerns when government officials and representatives from FDL Consult present designs for the first phase of the project during the May 21st meeting. Phase 1 of the Caribbean Development Bank funded project between Dixie's and the Catholic Community Center is expected to begin soon and last about 6 to 8 months, with minimal road closures expected. Geotechnical engineer Dwayne Monrose of FDL Consult used a PowerPoint presentation to highlight some of the challenges and corrective measures to reduce flooding and improve the roadway for pedestrians and motorists.
This phase of the project is the stakeholder consultation because the client, the government of the British Virgin Islands, has recognized that you, the residents of Valley, are primary stakeholders in this initiative. So tonight we are going to provide the community with an overview of designs related to the works undertaken, address any concerns that you may have, and also highlight any inconveniences that will be expected during the course of the works and how these will be addressed during construction. Recommended design encompasses the following. We plan to provide subsurface drainage along the length of the road with inlet grates to allow surface runoff from the carriageway to enter into these drains and flow along the length of the road. These box drains shall also serve as a sidewalk as well. If we're looking at from Dixie's right down to the junction with Millionaire Street, which will also act as a sidewalk for pedestrians. That sidewalk will also make allowance for wheelchair access for differently abled persons.
However, one resident says the areas for the first phase has less flooding compared to what transpires on the section of Lee Road leading from the Pump Well area next to Rock Cafe going towards the Catholic Center. The concerned resident says he is willing to give up small sections of his property to allow the construction of drains.
The drains moving the water towards the south is going to be more heading towards the south. The south right now is the second phase. I am concerned about the drains after Scotiabank. You send more water down that side. That water coming right against Flax property and the shipyard property. It is just an open drain. There's no concrete or anything. That increased erosion and probably flooding of my property. That's again one of my main concerns. And the property, this phase that you're doing for us, is actually the phase where you don't actually have much flooding. You could drive and you could walk on that side. The other side, you have to swim or you float. So I usually say in these meetings, again, we put in the cat before the horse, and it won't work. So I tend to agree with everything Mr. O'Neill says. We need to look at that particular political path. One of the things I understand is it may be a concern of people allowing the drains, giving up a 4 feet. The main part is us, and we already agree that it's no problem because we need the situation sorted out.
Minister for Communications and Works Mark Vanterpool says the second phase is lined with challenges. He said he will consult with the 9th District Representative Ralph O'Neill and the project consultants to determine the way forward. Minister Vanterpool said property fences alongside the edge of the main road and utility poles present obstacles for drains to be constructed.
We've been trying to sort out some issues, land issues, to be honest with you, but we felt we should get the project moving from the other end until we get down to solve that other problem down there. But we will quickly look at how we can probably reverse the process if we can get those issues resolved as quickly as possible. With the views that were raised from you.
According to Monrose of FDL Consult, drains along Lee Road don't match the slope of the road. This, he says, results in flooding when there is heavy rainfall along with inadequate drains. The redesign works include the relocation of utilities and construction of new subsurface and box drains to alleviate flooding. Virgin Gorda Representative Ralph O'Neill welcomed the start to what he called a long-awaited project. And Minister Vanterpool says work on the project will be done with consideration for the start of the 2014-2015 tourism season and the Atlantic hurricane season.